Strawberry Frappuccinos and a Black Leather Jacket. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. Chapter 1. The Girl Who Orders Strawberry Frappuccinos. Adrien stretched his arms above his head, grateful that the rush had died down. He'd been working for about 3 hours now and was ready to go home, but he had promised his dad that he'd close tonight. His dad, Gabriel Agreste, was the owner of every Starbucks building in Paris and insisted that Adrien would earn both a work ethic and an intimate knowledge of the business so he could take over the stores from his father when he retired. In fact, Gabriel had even made Adrien model for the franchise at times. He had taken a selfie with a drink he made once and had got thousands of retweets on Twitter. Pleased at his son's newfound celebrity, Gabriel was able to convince the marketing lead in America to let his son be the face of some international advertisements. Adrien usually bounced from store to store to fill in when an employee couldn't make it and to experience the different management styles between the different locations. He had recently requested to work at a store on Rue Faubourg Petitionnaire for a perfectly innocent reason. A reason that had bluebell eyes and freckles, that is. Adrien had first noticed her on a late Tuesday afternoon, hair spilling out of her low pigtails and a smile on her face when he was covering for his friend, Nino, since his favorite DJ had come to town. "1 mini strawberries and cream frappuccino, please," she asked, opening her purse to count out the change. "Coming right up," Adrien said. He hadn't taken her name because she was the only one in the store. Adrien liked Tuesdays because of that. He could work without being overwhelmed. As the blender mixed the strawberry puree, white grape juice, milk, and ice together, he noticed the carton of strawberries she held in her hands. "I guess you really like strawberries, then," he said. "Huh?" the girl squeaked. "Strawberries." Adrien gestured to the carton in her hands, and then to the blender with her drink. "Oh, yeah, I guess I do, huh?" "You guess?" Adrien laughed. "Is that why you're getting a mini?" No, it's, well, I work for a bakery and I need to be back there soon and, well, if I don't drink it in time, my dad's going to, give a huge sigh and I don't want to, disappoint him?" The girl stumbled along her words, a pink hue spreading across her cheeks. "Ah, sneaking one in before work, I see." Adrien winked. He knew that feeling a little too well. "But wouldn't you rather have one of those delicious pastries, or macaroons, perhaps? I hear they're great for Instagram aesthetic." "Oh no," the girl laughed. "I'm not one for food blogging, although macaroons do make great photos. My friend Alia could tell you all about that. She's a blogger." "Oh yeah?" Adrien grinned, pouring out the drink into a to-go cup and grabbing the can of whipped cream. "Is she any good?" "Very," the girl exclaimed. "She's actually won some awards for it. I think she should go for journaling, but she's still torn between that, photography, and social media management." "She sounds multi-talented." "Yeah, she is. It keeps my life interesting." "Oh?" Adrien raised an eyebrow as he handed her the drink. "Yeah, she's—" the girl started to explain, only to be interrupted by a marimba ringtone. Looking at the screen, while trying to hold the strawberries, drink, and phone between her two hands, she sighed. "Thanks for the drink," she said, looking up at him. "Any time," he grinned, watching her turn and walk out the door. She was pretty, no doubt, but he hadn't worked at this location before, so it was his first time meeting her. He hoped that she was a regular. There was just something about her that charmed him. She was only one girl in a city of over 2 million people, so the chances of him running into her elsewhere were slim, but if she came to that Starbucks once, she would come again. Right? Not that it mattered. He was already dating a blue-eyed girl, Chloe Bourgeois, the Parisian princess. Her dad, the mayor, and Adrien's father were old friends, so he had spent a lot of time with Chloe. But once he found out her secret, they started dating. Granted, Chloe would never drink a 10-ounce drink with 7 grams of fat in it. Besides, he didn't even know this girl's name. Adrien's father gave the approval for him to start working full-time for the store en route. The store's manager, Natalie, was Gabriel's favorite, and he was excited that Adrien wanted to work under her. His first day working there full-time made him a little nervous. He had worked in plenty of Starbucks before, but his dad had decided to make him a junior manager, which meant if Natalie wasn't in-house, Adrien would have to deal with the "may I speak to the manager?" enraged customers if a barista accidentally put one too many pumps of vanilla in a drink. The day dragged on a bit longer than anticipated, so when Adrien saw that it was an hour from closing time, he breathed a sigh of relief, ready for the day to end. It was empty and close to closing time, so he was a bit surprised to hear the bell jingle, signaling a customer coming in. He looked up and it was the blue-eyed girl. Her hair was tidier than last time, but she wasn't carrying any strawberries. "1 mini strawberries and cream frappuccino, please," she asked, opening her purse to pay the total. Adrien started blending together the ingredients, wondering what to say to her as the machine came to life. Luckily, he didn't have to. The bell rang again and a brunette with ombre hair came in, tackling the girl. "Marinette, I told you not to order without me!" "I'm sorry, Alia. You were on the phone and you know you take forever." "No excuses, girl," Alia smirked. "This is complete and utter betrayal." "Well, I hope your phone call was worth the drama. Was it Ladybug related?" "You bet," the blogger exclaimed. "Apparently she just released another pattern for pre-order and it's perfect. She only had 20 slots this time and they were sold out in 40 seconds. 40 seconds, Marinette! 40 seconds for a flash reveal, not a build up the hype. Product goes on sale in XX days." Adrien watched quietly from across the counter, putting together the girls' conversation. The blue-eyed girl's name was Marinette, and the girl with her must be the blogger she mentioned last time. From what he could tell, they were talking about a fashion designer who goes by the name Ladybug. Everything she releases is handmade, high quality, and high in demand. Even celebrities want her design, but struggle to get them, and have to resort to the knockoffs circling around Paris. Adrien smirked to himself, because even though the rest of Paris didn't know who Ladybug was, he did. He was dating her. He found out by accident, actually. He was dropping off an iced skinny latte for Chloe and found her in her room, working on a design. He had always known Chloe to love fashion, but he didn't realize she designed clothes in her free time. Next to her sat a handmade version of what was in her sketch pad. A ladybug-designed pea coat with fur trimming and signature ladybug buttons on the cuff. "I can't keep it a secret from you, Adrikins," Chloe pouted. "You may as well know I'm Ladybug." He had loved Ladybug's designs since before they first started popping up around Paris. He had been at a photo shoot on a particularly chilly Parisian day, in only a t-shirt when an assistant came over with a box. "From Ladybug," it read, and inside was a black leather jacket. That, coupled with the cat he played with for the shoot, was the reason why Adrien had picked up the Cat Noir nickname in the modeling world. When he got the jacket, which, oddly enough, had the faint smell of vanilla attached to it, he fell in love with it and decided if he ever found the girl who made it, he would take her on a date. It was a perfect fit for him, and it was definitely a bit edgier than anything his dad would let him keep in his wardrobe. He still had it, and whenever he wore it, he could feel his confidence grow. So, when he found out that Chloe was Ladybug, combined with their previous relationship, they started dating. It was different than expected, but he had never expected her to be Ladybug. Adrien's reminiscing was broken by a slap on the counter. Jolted out of his thoughts, he looked up at Alia, who was ready to order. "I'll have a grande Oprah cinnamon chai cream frappuccino with whole milk, please." "Right. For Alia, right?" "You got it, Mr. Eavesdropper." Adrien blushed at being called out, but started the drink anyway. As he let the chai tea seep, he topped off Marinette's mini frappe with whipped cream. He was about to put on a cherry when he accidentally caught her eye. "You really like strawberries, right?" Adrien asked. "What? Oh, yeah," Marinette replied, suddenly shyer than she had been while talking with her best friend. "They're my favorite thing to eat, so—" Her voice trailed off. "Got it," Adrien winked, placing a sliced strawberry on top of the cream instead of a cherry and sliding it over to her. Marinette turned a deeper shade of pink and took it, careful not to brush his fingers. Alia found the substitution hilarious for some reason. "Do you do that for every girl?" Alia asked Adrien, trying to stifle a giggle. "Only for princesses," Adrien grinned, handing her the chai frappuccino. "Ouch! I guess I must not be royalty." "I never said that," Adrien said, sprinkling cinnamon on top of the cream. "You're an Oprah, a great reporter who loves chai. That's royalty in and of itself." "You've got a silver tongue, you know that?" Alia smirked, reaching into her pocket for a tip. "If that's your way of seducing girls into giving you tips, it's certainly working." "Pfft, what am I? American? My wage comes out of your total already," he laughed. "You know, the French 15 and all." "Whatever, sly cat." Alia rolled her eyes and turned to go out, motioning Marinette to join her. "Have a good night," Adrien said. Marinette turned around as Alia held the door open for her to give him a small wave goodbye, and walked out, disappearing into the Parisian night.